Well, hey, hello, Sunday night. Hello, Meg Leach, Luke, Dr. Abigail, how you doing? I am going to make a quick video right at the start, probably the only video I'm making tonight. But I think this is a drink I basically invented, and I think it's going to be good as well. But so we'll quickly move my chair. Move from my chair. Bring the video camera over here. Alright, that's all ready. I just actually did a mammoth editing thing on the whiskey tasting one. More than half an hour of continuous video I had to edit. Pain in the a-hole. Okay. Light. Alright, so first we want to switch this on. Get my little GoPro set up. That's point not too high, isn't it? There we go. That looks good. That looks good. All right. That's such a pretty label. Gonna put that one in there. All right. Now come on, bring the hidden light down there. There we go. All right. Oh my God, there's actually the URL to get a bingo card. Oh my God. Although you were all cheating the other night, feeding me lines to get me to say things. I think that's cheating. Right, also I need Wonder Foam. I think I get my Wonder Foam out. There is the Wonder Foam, there's the Wonder Foam. All right. Take these lids off. Lemon juice. And man, why does the thing on this Wonder Foam get stuck? Okay, that Angostura. Oh Christ, I always fucking forget something. Can fill in one square of the angry bingo where my jig is at. Oh, I forgot my jigger. All right, this will 30 seconds. I'll be back. Okay, you were self-moderating the cheating. Oh, God. Man, I don't think I've ever managed to just have everything I wanted / needed. Okay. Jigger. Now, we're recording? Okay, we're recording. I didn't check my hair. I hope my hair's okay. Brandy. Apple liqueur. lemon juice. And 2 dashes of Angostura bitters. Okay. And Wonderphone. Hoping this works. Okay. Now do the dry shake. I did not get a seal. Ugh, that doesn't happen very often. Now I smell like whiskey. I think I'll put it in this glass. And there you go. Now we add ice to our shaker. Now ice shaking, warning those with headphones, even though I'm a ways away from the mic. Slide this into our coupe. I did not do a very good job of getting foam on that. You know what? That's life. All right. Take the goo away. Raise, nice encouragement for the shake there. Just got to get a picture of this. Do portrait style. All right. Und now, very quickly, do the talky bit. See how quickly can I do 60 seconds of talking. All right. Where are we? Not looking that bright. Maybe I need a bit more. That looks a bit more like it. Okay. Right, so recording. Push this out of the way. I don't want it to see. G'day cocktail lovers. Today I'm going to make an apple whiskey sour. It's a nice little twist on a whiskey sour. Goes like this. In our shaker, you're going to put 1 ounce or 30 mils of whiskey, then 1 ounce or 30 mils of apple brandy, and then for sweetener, I'm doing 1/2 ounce, 15 mils of an apple liqueur. Then we're going to do 3/4 ounce, about 22.5 mils of lemon juice, and 2 dashes of Angostura bitters. If you want it to be foamy, you add 15 mils of egg white or aquafaba. I'm doing about half a dozen drops of Wonder Foam. To get that foam, we do 2 shakes. First, the dry shake with no ice, then add ice to the shaker, shake it again for another 10-15 seconds to get it nice and chilled, and hopefully get some foam on there, and we strain that into a chilled coupe. And there we have an apple brandy sour. Those apple flavors go with the whiskey really well. And the liqueur is plenty sweet enough. You don't add... Those apple flavors go with the whiskey really well, and you don't have to add sugar syrup. The liqueur is plenty sweet enough. It's a fun little change up. Give it a go. An apple... Fuck shit. Say the whole thing again. The apple flavors go really well with the whiskey, and you don't have to add sugar syrup. The liqueur is plenty sweet enough. Makes for a nice change up from a standard whiskey sour. You should give it a go. An apple whiskey sour. I always feel like I'm just doing like the world's worst fake smile. And I get really self-conscious. I'm just going to switch stuff off and sit down and chat. Oh, nice, Rays. Well, I'm actually kind of keen for you to share the trip photos. Be cool to see what you're up to. I should bring my drink. Oh, I see. Probably a little bit more in the shaker. Okay, sitting down with a drink. Oh, lawsy. Okay. Oh, yeah, actually. I'll make a... And then everyone can send anytime they're out I'll call it sightseeing rather than holidays, I think. A special channel for sightseeing pictures for anyone who's seeing interesting sights, I guess. Man, that's got a really interesting flavor in it. Kind of tastes like I put maple syrup in it. There's the apple liqueur. Okay. Oh, and also I was pre-gaming the AI images again to get a thumbnail for this. I just thought of something. I was saying because it's Decency Day, and I'm not feeling decent. How about anyone else feeling decent? And I just remembered a joke I made a couple of years ago on Decency Day that, you know, today's Decency Day, but Donald Trump has no decency, so was banned. And so I'll go with my prompt for my prompt for trying to get an AI thing to do a thumbnail for me was an overweight 70-year-old man in a blue suit with a red tie, has too much fake tan and blow-wave bleach blonde hair. He's celebrating Decency Day. So you guess who I was going for? Because if you say Donald Trump, they won't do it. Love that they give him long hair. And why? Okay, this guy looks a bit... This one looks a bit like Trump. Actually, this one looks a bit like Clive Palmer. This one looks a bit like Clive Palmer. This one looks the most like Trump. And then, I don't know, that one looks more like me wearing a blonde wig, quite honestly. So, just randomly gave him a scrubby beard. Because I didn't say, don't give him a scrubby beard. Yes, Dr. Abigail, just, I don't know, let's be fair. This channel generally, this stream generally is Indecency Day. So you packed your extra lenses and left out the flashlight, or did you actually use the flashlight? Anyway, I said I should bring up the Discord and okay, fuck off Microsoft with your pop-ups, okay? What are we doing? So Raisy's at the airport now. Okay, so I've got to add a channel. What did I say I was going to call it? Sightseeing. So there you go. I've just created sightseeing pics. So yeah, anyone can post pictures that they take when they're out and about. So thinking of it this way, pulling out a tripod, a camera, clothes, bathroom shoot, leather face toy, newspapers for your girl about the Queen's death, currency, and a flashlight. Nice. I mean, that is a story. That is a story to tell right there. Hellion, hello, Kirsten. How are you this fine evening? This is not quite. This is not terrible, but it's not quite working. I thought it would be really good. And I'm not sure what's let it down. Oh well. Ah, well. I won't think too much on it. You want to cry over spilled milk or anything like that? Oof. I'm just going to chill out and do marathon editing. Actually, it was only hour and a half of editing, and your actual professional YouTube videos are a very freakish amount of editing. So I don't know what I'm complaining about. Yeah, you're probably hoping they don't pull it out of your luggage in Qatar. They can get a bit touchy. That's fair, Luke. Don't cry over spilled milk, just iced coffee. Milky iced coffee. That's fair. I feel you on that. It was funny doing that 16 whiskey tasting. There's only one I really said anything bad about it. And I just it's a bit harsh. That's not going on my favorites. And because I didn't know which whiskey I was saying it about at the time, I was going, "Ooh, wonder who got the bad review." And I looked it up during the editing. It was the Cape Byron single malt. And again, when I say bad reviews, like I didn't hate it, but compared to the others, I wasn't great. And it's like, yep, I'm not actually that surprised. I see, Saracen. I would do a bit of rallying for the 3-day weekend, definitely. And yeah, tomorrow is one of my days in the office, which I'm I need to do a massage on Discord. Now I think of it. Let's see, where are we? Oops, I just realized. Okay, what's all that about? Okay, it's just being weird. Why? Yes, oh God, sorry, I'm having problems with forgetting how Discord works. Playing Angry Pink Yes. Oh, right. So you've used that as a prompt on the Discord. Okay. Well, let me get this. Honestly, all right. I'm already loving it. Just from the look on the face. All right. These are some quality images. Let's have a look. Like this guy, he seems to have the fleshlight in his hand and the leather face there. This guy's just not very impressed. And all the loose currency looks sus AF as well, quite honestly. But I love the expression on that guy. There was another one. Now, this one, very different lighting. And the guy looks like an old school sort of Soviet border guy. But again, all that stuff spilling out looks very, very, very sus. And this one's just the luggage strewn about. You only see the people's feet. And yeah, just the weird anomaly. Like you look at it and go, that's a pretty good image. Then you start to look and go, wow, no, that's standard fucked up AI imagery. And this one, this old guy, what's he found? He's found the newspapers. He's looking to see if there's anything suspicious in the newspapers, I think. Okay. All right. Anywho. Wait a sec, just checking something. Okay. I'm getting an advance UFoods message, and that's fine. Right, I wasn't friends with Greg on Discord. That's weird. Oh well, fixing that up. UFoods. Well, Rays, I like your commitment. I like your commitment to creating a story, actually. That's pretty good, quite honestly. Also, though, I don't know. I'm going to call UFoods a cheat because Abigail sent me a text about it. That's leading the witness, Your Honor. God knows I'll say the same shit with no provocation. It's just what I do. Hence the game, because it's a thing you can do, because I am literally just going to say the same things. No, Rays. Corey's not in California. He's somewhere in the Midwest. God, I'd have to look it up. I've actually forgotten where he is because he's moved several times in the last few years. You know, he's gone everywhere from Alaska to now he's settled down with his family somewhere in the Midwest, I think. Big old house too. So Oh, I'm assuming Rays is referring to Mr. Safety, Corey Williams. That's what you've been saying in private chat. Objection, leading. Okay, Luke. That's a particularly cunning one, Luke, to make up a fake account and be rude. So I'll ban it. And I might not see that coming. That's pretty good. Yeah, no, unfortunately, he's nowhere near California now. Oh, it's so weird. Now you put me on the spot. I can't remember where he is. I'm just like, the Midwest. Maybe I'm down on that cocktail because I had such good cocktails at lunch with Mrs. Angry. When you get, oh, that's really, you want to get serenaded with the Mean Kitty song. Gonna have the last of this clarified cocktail, I think. Oh, that was probably 2 drinks. What the hell? Oh man, the set menu was freaking awesome, actually. And hey, Noga, how's it going? Yeah, no, that it was this place in Elstonwick called Copycat, and they had a set menu, and it was friggin' awesome. There were actually a couple of choices. I had this mushroomy thing for an entree, a steak for the main, which is very rare for me because I'm not the hugest fan of steak, but it was really good. Good sides, some heritage carrots and chips and salad, and like a really nice apple pie, and I think it was like cinnamon vanilla ice cream with it, and this really nice bread they make with za'atar mixed with cream cheese. Oh my god, it was just really good. And as I posted the pic of some of the cocktails on the Discord, but they had some new ones. They'd changed up their cocktail menu. And this one that had a slightly odd name that I don't remember because it was using the indigenous name for native lemon myrtle. God, I got cherry syrup all over myself. Yeah, but it was basically whiskey, and it was styled twofold: lemon myrtle and agave syrup, and it's just chilled and served up. So it was basically a variation on an old fashioned. In fact, it was in a sort of limbo between an old fashioned and a sour almost, because the lemon myrtle gives sort of very lemony and perfumey elements to it. Fuck me, it was good, like instant classic. Sorry, I did say old fashioned. I did actually say old fashioned. And I referred to a clarified cocktail as well. But yeah, no, this new one, instant like favorite. Like I had to push it to like a 9.5, and I had it first. Mrs. Angry had their one of their standard ones, which was like Zaprizian something, and it's like a foamy sour. It's very nice. And I got this new one on spec, and it was so good. Mrs. Angry ordered it in the next round, so that's like a 9.5 out of 10. And then I had they had a Manhattan variation, it was banana infused twofold, a tropical rum and Unico's yuzu vermouth. Fucking awesome too. It was a 9, but the other one was like a 9.5. And I also love the pun because it was some banana flavors worked into a Manhattan. They called it a Banhattan, I like that. I like puns. Ooh, a tart, goat's cheese, pumpkin, caramelized onion. Yum. Oh, well, not that it was a tart. There was the mushroom entree thingy I had. It was like this pureed mushroom thing that was, I don't know, molded into a shape. Lots of the I forget what shape, but the really long, skinny mushrooms. You get a really long, skinny stalk and a tiny little thing on the head. I forget what they're called. They're not shiitake. All right, have fun with security, Rays. And they had this onion jam with it, which was just freaking awesome, and really nice bread. So you put it on bread and go crunch, crunch, crunch. It's very nice, very, very nice. And with the steak, had this Hasselback potato, so it's like a potato. That's it. Kirsten, you got it. That's the enoki mushrooms. Yes. With the steak, they had this potato. So it was just like, it's a whole potato. They'd done the thing where sliced it with really, really fine slices, but not all the way through. So it's still all there, but it's been broken up into these little slices. And then I assume just fucking covered in butter and baked. And it was just melt. It was a crunchy outside with a melt in your mouth inside. It was just fucking awesome. It was just all in all extremely good. And Mrs. Angry got a little thing of chocolates for it being Mother's Day. No. Yum-o. So yeah, that was pretty good. So we didn't go out last night. I was going to do a stream because I thought Mrs. Angry would be watching Eurovision, but she actually watched all the stuff she had during the day. She's watching the final now. She recorded the final that was on overnight. So yeah, I thought she'd be watching, and she thought she'd be watching Eurovision last night, but she misunderstood how they're doing it, and she watched it all and said, "Oh well, let's hang out." And we got some takeaway. Actually, takeaway from our old neighborhood, a burger that I haven't had in forever. That was fucking awesome, blue cheese and stuff. Oh, nice. We're getting into after party stuff. Feeding Abigail a tart. That's all right. Okay, that one though I know is a bingo thing, so I'm not going to say it. Oh, god damn! I'm just going to talk about my thing. This fucking clarified cocktail is fucking awesome. Don't mind if I do. Talk up my own creations. Yes, Megaleech, you were leading me down that path, but I saw you. I saw you. And I didn't fall for it. Yes, that was leading the witness. I didn't get it. I mean, it was really happening. I don't know if you'd held off. I might have said it. Because it was happening. It was definitely happening. You know. I'm going to do a video where they go things that can curdle milk. So things that you can use to make a clarified cocktail, because I almost always use citrus because it's really obvious. But there's lots of other things you can use. I have done it with vinegar, and it's really interesting because the drink ends up with this like savory vinegar flavor in it, which I thought was really nice. Like it doesn't taste like vinegar, but you can taste that there's been vinegar in it. I thought that was nice. Some coffee is acidic enough to curdle milk, so I could potentially do something with a clarified coffee. Some red wine, if not all red wine, is acidic enough to. Yes, sorry. I am talking milk clarification. Sorry. Okay. See, I did that one on my own. Um, uh, yeah, so red wine. But tomato was an interesting one. And I was looking up things that are acidic on cooking things that curdle milk. And tomato, it's like, yes, tomato is quite acidic. Um, so, like, my ultimate goal is to make a clarified Bloody Mary. Like, put all the stuff that you normally would. Because you put lemon, you put lemon juice in a Bloody Mary anyway. But the tomato, so I'm thinking of doing a clarified Bloody Mary because I think that would be interesting. Oh, that's a weird phone thing. Yeah, Luke's something with how you posted that picture isn't coming out. That's got to do with it being on an iPhone, I think. I've had that happen as well. Yeah, that's a whole thing. Uh, sorry, Ray's is just doing the big wait in the airport at the moment. Oh, okay. Geez, I'll have to show. I will have to show this one to Mrs. Angry's lad, who is really into rescuing pigeons at the moment. A pigeon sculpture in Adelaide, and I have to admit, I kind of like that. It's kind of like a pixelated pigeon sculpture. It's like an 8-bit pigeon sculpture or something. I actually like that. Neat. Thanks for that, Luke. So some white wines are acidic as well, Kirsten. You worked at a restaurant, did a white tomato soup. They strained the flesh out of the tomatoes. It was a good soup. Nice. Yeah. So that's my current thought. Sometime this week, probably, I will do the things that curdle milk. So things you can clarify. Because I've done it before with, like, cola is acidic enough to curdle milk. So I made a clarified Cuba Libre, which is really just rum, coke, and lime juice. And I made a clarified one. And of course, the clarifying process, you lose the fizz. But because one of my lockdown purchases was a carbonator that you can actually recarbonate things, like, word of warning, soda stream and things like that, you can't carbonate anything apart from water or it will go everywhere. This one has a little release valve, so you can slowly release the pressure, so you can carbonate, anything. All right, well, this is fun. And AIs, we also got an AI. Oh my God, what's it doing to me? My laptop's playing up. The AI's view of a giant mirrored pigeon sculpture. These are high def. These are like pigeon mirror balls. Ceramic. These are arguably more. Oh wait, I clicked on the wrong button. These are arguably more elegant than the actual real one, but the real one just has that low res charm that I really like. That's unsettling. That eye's staring into my soul. I don't like that at all. That's a bit unsettling. And I think there's another one that has a weird eye. That's like a human eye rather than a pigeon eye. That's unsettling that it's got a human eye instead of a pigeon eye. All right, God, what's it doing to me? Changed the prompt a little, so it's an open air mirror pigeon sculpture in a mall. Should I unload this? All right. So what was the prompt changed to? Realistic image of a giant mirrored pigeon sculpture in a city open air mall. All right. I'll share these ones. These ones, for some reason, like they're all spreading their wings. These give me a bit of a vibe of a phoenix, actually. So yeah, this one. There's a similarity in this. Like this one's, I don't know, because it's open air. It's decided to show the wings spreading on them. But I spoke too soon because this one doesn't have its wings spread. It's just going for a walk. It's a happy looking pigeon. Look like a pigeon. Okay, this last one, this one really gives me vibes of a phoenix. Much more than a pigeon. That does not say pigeon to me. You know, maybe that's just me. Maybe I have a bias. I think of phoenixes. Who knows? Realistic legs on the mirror bodies is weird. Yeah. Hey, Justin, how you doing? I feel like I'm feeling this now. It's a fucking fine drink, though. It's funny I do this functional things. Like normal people eat oranges. I progressively peel oranges to use as garnishes. And then it's like, well, all the peel's gone. I might as well juice it. And hell, I'll use that to make a clarified cocktail. And I just whack something together. And it's usually yummy. This one, particularly yummy. Very much because I put something bitter in it. And that's an interesting one because the clarification process really smooths out bitterness. So it's brought through the underlying flavors of the bitter element, and the bitter hasn't come through. Makes for a very yummy drink. It's a really, really complex drink, actually. There's the other thing. Clarified cocktails are sometimes kind of one note. That one's quite yummy and has a lot going on in it. So pretty happy with that one. But yeah, that's a good thing. And back into the goddamn office tomorrow, which just fucking sucks. Fucking sucks. Oh God, I saw it. You know, every now and then, like the articles about, why people should go back to the office, and my initial response is always get fucked. There was another really stupid one. Someone's like, an academic who's going, oh, this is failing and no innovation. And it's like, shut the fuck up. You are literally fucking making this up. This is not science. This is not worthwhile. It's not data based. It's your fucking opinion and it's based on nothing. Fuck you, dude. It's ridiculous. Safa, no, I did not do a stream last night. I thought Mrs. Angry would be watching Eurovision, so I would do a stream. But then she didn't watch Eurovision, so I hung out with Mrs. Angry last night and had a good time. So, yes, we're going things about shark attacks. What are we doing? Sorry, I also need to do a message about work tomorrow while I'm thinking about it. Musical Aviator, saw from Weekend LARP in Bendigo. Courgette and pauldrons. Added 15 kilos to his chest and shoulders. That's pretty full on. What am I doing? Okay. Rocking and a rolling. And yes, Safa, we are very likely getting an El Nino this summer, which might actually mean even winter, like not much rain in winter, which would be fucking bad for summer. All that growth will dry out, and then we'll just have the worst fucking bushfire season in years. Autism Smith to my about half. Boot half. Which again, as I always say, when it's like I'm trying to be like, I'm only half Tim Smith. That's too pissed to drive. Oh, love it. Husband's really into the lawnmower. Has gone in to look at the lawn 3 times because it's mowed. I should have done a particular thing today with a hedge trimmer on my hedge, but after a couple of cocktails at lunch, I didn't feel like it. Sat on the lounge and watched 3 episodes of BoJack Horseman. I'm using 2 bingo cards. Oh dear. Oh, yeah, so Abigail, don't stress as well about the message I sent you. So, I mean, speaking on the Tim Smith front, I may pour myself a little drink. I still have some. See, now I'm stopping myself from saying things that are thing to say because that's a bingo. What's the character's name in Inglourious Bastards? Ooh, that's a bingo. Oh, fish and chips are nice. I had some cheese and crackers because I was really full from lunch, so I didn't have a full-on dinner. I just had some cheese and crackers. But my lunch was friggin' awesome. I didn't have breakfast either. Woke up late, was going to have something to eat. Mrs. Angry reminded me we were going out for lunch. I said, okay, I won't eat. Had excellent lunch with excellent cocktails. And got home and it was just like, oof, I don't feel like I'm going to eat much. And I had some cheese and crackers. What did I have last night? A burger. I was in my old neighborhood last night, East St Kilda, Carlisle Street. I hadn't been there for ages, but the old burger place, Ziggy's, was still open. So I got, I think they call it the Big Blue. It's a burger with bacon and it's got blue cheese. And it's fucking awesome. I was worried it would be too big, actually. Do I win if no one gets a bingo? Well, that would be counterproductive too. That means I'm cutting myself off. You're going to have to square. Angry stops himself because he's about to say something that's on a bingo card. No, I was at a cocktail venue for lunch today, not yesterday. I just had a takeaway burger last night. But, you missed me waxing lyrical. They were just great. It's a place I've been to a lot, and they added some new drinks to their cocktail menu. And I tried the new drinks, and they were just fucking awesome. One of them, like 9.5 out of 10, got onto my new favorites. And the other one was like a 9 out of 10, just exceptionally good. Really good drinks. Also, the food was really good. So I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good mood. I had good food and drinks at lunchtime, and I recovered from the day drinking. Man, fucking day drinking, because it was just really nice day in Melbourne today. Clear blue skies, about 19 degrees, just beautiful weather, and I'm sort of a bit Tim Smithed in the middle of the day, and that feels weird. So I just got home and sat on the lounge and watched a couple of episodes of BoJack Horseman, rewatching that. And then I did my little editing marathon for the whiskey tasting video. Working my way through these. Honestly, I've mostly worked my way through these. I've still got my liqueur, actually. Maybe I should come up with another barrel-aged cocktail. Oh, maybe I will. Maybe I will. And if I just gave someone a bingo square, so be it. Yeah. Oh, interesting statistics. After 1 year of Labor government next Sunday. See if Albanese gives himself a little cake. But now I've done the bingo square for barrel aging, I need to think what I will make. I don't know. Maybe something from this book, Liquid Intelligence. I don't think I've really got to cocktail recipes in here yet. It's all like talking about the science in the bits that I read. Egg washing, Cabernet, and cognac. Wow. Cognac and Cabernet. Okay, there's some egg washing. There is some wild stuff for me to look into. This is milk washing, milk punch. Man. Ooh. That's a thought. Sorry, Megaleech was just hyping you up. I did just unprompted talk about barrel aging. So if you, but that's the only potential bingo I did. Hans Landa. Sorry, it was driving me crazy. I couldn't remember the name of the character Christoph Waltz plays in Inglourious Bastards. Hans Landa. That's a bingo. I get to say that because I remembered his name. Good old Aldo the Apache. You just say bingo. Okay, talk about something else. I will. What else is there? I always love looking at the news headlines. Good Lord. Sorry. You got to love a headline like this. I made 4 dishes from MasterChef this week. Here's exactly how they turned out. One's assuming not great. Are we going to get more interest rate rises? Good, huh? Truly alarming discovery changes everything. Tides are eating into glaciers, triggering more melting. Oh, we're fucked. I thought we knew that. Oh god, yeah, this is a thing I read that Facebook, like Zuckerberg, is giving up on the metaverse, which was just a patently fucking stupid idea. And what I liked is most of the media called him on his bullshit. Like tech media are notorious for being cheerleaders for this horseshit, but almost everyone rightly said everything Zuckerberg's saying here is complete fucking horseshit. So, an interesting theory about why Mark Zuckerberg wasted billions on the metaverse. Searing editorial for New York Magazine, tech columnist John Herman offered a simple explanation why Zuckerberg went all in, but why so many execs seem to follow suits. Saying COVID. While AI fever dreams appear to have killed the metaverse, they're at least more substantial than the farcical virtual reality worlds Zuckerberg's sunk billions into. Okay, well, that was a shit article. Anyway. Oh, actually, the PO box. There's a bunch of stuff I haven't opened. And I did actually like the last one I opened, they were having a conversation with ChatGPT. Ooh, that's apparently the Swaggart family. And yes, Zuckerberg doing the whole, but literally everything about it was stupid as fuck. The doctrine of faith. 3 words in Christendom stand as a synonym for Bible Christianity. Gospel cross faith. Okay, that's really deep. Ooh, the Expositor's Study Bible. That sounds like a D&D thing, honestly. It's like a character class in a RPG, an expositor. Ooh. Books. Geez, their books look shit. Amazing Grace, an autobiography of Jimmy Swaggart. Oh, the songs, the Christian CDs. I did not know there was a bingo square for religious mail. The Healer, songs about healing. Healer, healing water, water healing Jesus. Healer in the house today. Just some of them. Oh, yeah, touch through me. Yeah. Well, I like to just insist that these things are sexual. He loves you. No one ever cared for me like Jesus. In fact, no one cares. And Jesus isn't real, so no one cares. You won't leave here like you came. They're making it too easy for me. Let your living water flow. I'm saying that's about wet dreams. Come, Holy Spirit. See? Sex. Sex. That's all they think about. Come, Holy Spirit. And there's 2 tracks called Come, Holy Spirit. Okay. Heaven sounding sweeter. There's a whole lot of people going home. I just love the titles of some of these. They're so freaking weird. These people are so fucking weird. I swear to God. Ooh, Jimmy Swaggart DVDs. Music that reminds you of the cross. There is room on the cross for you. That sounds like a fucking threat. That sounds like a threat. That's creepy. In the shadow of the cross. He was nailed to the cross. This shit, this fucking death cult shit is fucking weird. Ooh, a kid's picture Bible that doesn't tell you any of the dodgy stuff. Book called Foolish Christians. I don't know, this one's kind of boring. I only like the one that had a conversation with ChatGPT, honestly. Jimmy Swaggart Bible College. Spiritually minded, academically sad. Well, that's a fucking lie. That's just a fucking lie right there. And I agree, Mega Leech. There was some stuff Jesus should have been keeping for the after party there. So I actually think it was Luke who signed me up for these for fun. And I thoroughly appreciate how much money he's costing these people that send all these things to me. There's some more. It's all from Jimmy Swaggart. The Evangelist. Ooh, I missed. Damn it, I didn't open it soon enough. I missed the Resurrection Camp meeting in April. Damn it. Spirit of Fear. Sounds like an X-Files episode. Again, the Expositor. What's an Expositor? That definitely sounds like a role-playing game character class. Did Adam and Eve die lost? Gosh. Books. Oh, yes. The Shout, the Voice, the Trumpet. That's, what does that remind me of? It's like a rap or something. I don't know. The only fun thing I've been finding in these is music CDs where you can make innuendo out of the song titles. Where was... In Baton Rouge, Louisiana. God, that just sounds scary as fuck. A Jimmy Swaggart evangelical Christian camp in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. That sounds absolutely fucking terrifying. Wow. That's a whole friggin' thing. So have you been watching The Bad Batch? Yeah, I didn't really get into that. I watched some of it, but yeah. Actually, I noticed there was some Star Wars animations. Yeah, there was some Star Wars animations I was going to have a look at. I noticed they did this sort of cheesy computer-generated kids one. It kind of looks like Paw Patrol or something. But it was like Young Jedi Adventures. I just go, but that's intrinsically depressing because we know what happened to all the young Jedi when Order 66 was initiated. I watched a little bit of Star Wars Resistance. Didn't mind it. Didn't get into it. Oh gosh, I haven't had the Angry Phone for years, so I don't know if someone else has that number. If you're saying bringing if you're saying our man is doing that, I don't know if someone's getting those messages, but I'm not. All right, that's interesting, Megalish. I thought the first half of season 1 was weak, but it gets better. It's just I'm watching so many other things. I'm probably never going to watch it. We shall see, I guess. Mm. Oh, sorry, Luke. Yeah, years ago. Sorry, that's fair enough. Um, what are we talking about? There's a stadium near East Brunswick. Well, look, I'm on to interwebs. I could go on maps. And if I just type Brunswick Sports Stadium, what shows up? There's an actual Brunswick Stadium. Don't think anything much happens there, though. Where are we? Okay, the Moonee Valley Race Course is in that area. I don't know if your sister could have made a mistake with that. Looks like a big sporting venue. Okay, Prince's Park is there. That's where that used to be Carlton's home ground. It's not used anymore. Might be thinking of Prince's Park. So yeah, those are the two options, Safa. I think if your sister's saying there's some stadium near it in East Brunswick, either Prince's Park or the Moonee Ponds racetrack. Moonee Ponds racetrack is much bigger, I think. But that's the whole thing. All right. All right, so this is a disappointing story. Yes, okay, the metaverse is dead. It sucks to be you, Zuckerberg. What else? Oh, Jesus H. Titty fucking Christ. Okay, I almost don't want to look at this. Something about a country that cancels cancel culture, which isn't a fucking thing. Not a fucking thing. Singapore's been looking at ways to deal with it. Oh, Jesus. Again, Singapore's a pretty brutal fucking regime. Jesus fucking Christ. Nuke 'em. Nuke 'em. Hey, that's just got me locked in paroxysms of anger. The idea of saying, oh, we've got to cancel culture. Fuck you, you fucking fucks. It's just, that's so meaningless. And again, Singapore, it's just going to be something authoritarian. That's so fucking stupid. Again, side bit of trivia. One of my favorite bits of Simpsons trivia that almost no one seems to know is the famous Simpsons in Australia episode. While having many funny jokes and obviously, to me at least, being extremely heavily influenced by the writer's memories of what Monty Python said about Australia, the whole thing with the boot is nothing to do with Australia. It's actually commentary of a thing that happened in Singapore where an American citizen, and I think it was the son of someone working in the diplomatic corps, did something like vandalized some cars or something. And the punishment for that under Singaporean law was a public caning, and there's a whole bunch of argument over whether America should let the Singaporean authorities do this, because American, goddammit, also it's barbaric, and so yeah, people wonder what the fuck is that thing with a boot? What's that? Nothing in Australia. So that wasn't about Australia. That was about Singapore. And the frog one was a bit more direct. Yes, Dr. Abigail was obviously inspired by the cane toad story. But yes, it's a fun little bit of trivia that I feel like hardly anyone knows. The boot segment of the Australia episode is nothing to do with America. It's actually they're making a statement on how the authorities allowed an American youth to be caned. Dude, what am I doing? I'm just I can't talk and type at the same time. Right. Typing a message. I'm back now. No, see, that was the whole thing, Justin. And my memory, because this goes back a very long way, and my memory may be flawed. The whole thing is America could have refused to allow the punishment, but they actually chose to allow it to happen. In fact, can I find it? The Caning of Michael Fay. This is from 1994. It came up, Wikipedia. American teenager Michael Fay to be lashed with a cane caused a temporary strain in relations between Singapore and the US. He was arrested for stealing road signs and vandalizing cars, pled guilty, claimed he was advised such a plea would preclude caning and that his confession was false and that he never vandalized any cars. It was the first judicial corporal punishment involving American cities. So I don't think he was a diplomat's kid. He was just an American. Cane strokes were reduced from 6 to 4 after US officials requested leniency. All right, so he wasn't the child of a diplomat. It was a bit of a palaver because he was an American citizen, and it was the first time an American citizen had been caned under these laws. So there you go. I also like that it came up. I just did a Google search. American youth caned Singapore. Came straight up. It's famous. The difficult dilemma in OnlyFans star Renee Gracie's return to racing. Okay, I kind of need to know what this is. It's motor racing. She's raced in the Bathurst 1000. Okay, well, that's kind of fascinating. Someone who was reasonably accomplished in motorsports went and made a shit ton of money on OnlyFans and has now decided she wants to go back to motorsports. Yeah, this shit happens. That's the whole thing. Oh no. Whereas Australia, WorkSafe called in to investigate after more than 140 rats caught over 2 nights at a Hakea prison. That's honestly not good, is it? That's not good. Okay, this is weird. Sydney man beats mobile phone driving charge by proving he was open a snack cheese dip thing and not on his phone. That still seems like he should be fined for not being in proper control of his vehicle, quite honestly. Um, ooh, here's all these stories are scams. They're very useful for work. So, the New South Wales woman helped a friend after they were locked out of their Facebook account, fell for a scam, railroaded a small business page. Oh, no. No. A friend contacted her on Messenger saying, take a screenshot of a text message to help her get back into her account. Yes, no, and it turns out to be the code to get into your own account. Yes. Oof. Oh god, now everyone's promoting the idea of chatbots helping you on the stock exchange, which is gonna be horse shit. Goodness me. South Yarra semi-detached house sells for 5.1 million. Jesus fucking Christ. 2 million over reserve. That's just Jesus. God damn it. Real estate. Real estate. What is it with real estate, honestly? 5 cocktails for a special Mother's Day brunch. Okay, I'm now going to be a super fucking snob and shit all over their cocktail suggestions. The bee's knees. Okay, that's actually a good drink. Gin, lemon juice, and honey syrup. Really simple gin sour with honey syrup. That's a nice drink. Do that. The strawberry letter. Gin, vermouth, Bianco vermouth, grapefruit bitters. That's like it's like a sweet martini. That's okay. That sounds good too. Okay, so far I'm liking them. Forêt Noire, a fig leaf vodka, Mr. Black coffee, raspberry vinegar balsamic shrub. Man, if you like coffee, okay. See, I came in here wanting to be a snob and saying these are all going to suck. These are actually good. Prosecco. Oh, I see. So actually pretending it's a spritz, but you use a non-alcoholic sparkling wine and a non-alcoholic elderflower cordial and some mint leaves. Yeah, that'd be okay. Oh, okay. I think we've hit the territory where I'm going to be upset just from the name. Flat white martini. Bailey's vodka Kahlua espresso. That's some shit right there. Yay, I got to be a snob. I wanted to be a snob. And they fooled me. The first 4 were actually good. Last one was shit, though. And I just feel good being a snob. A mezcal spritz. Mezcal, elderflower, and top with tonic water. Fuck it. I'd do soda. Tonic's too bitter for me. Yeah, a mezcal elderflower splits would actually be really good. Spritz. All right. I stand corrected. Those were mostly good. Cheers to Mum with 2 Mother's Day's cocktails from Le Jardinier at MFAH. All right. Houston.com. Okay. Yeah, okay. Check out the recipes. Northern Lights, aquavit, berry puree, honey syrup, and lime. Okay, that's interesting and very desserty. Gin, butterfly pea flower syrup, and you just top it with tonic and lime juice. Well, that's just a sweetened gin and tonic. And I mean, again, okay. See, those were good too. I was all prepared to be a huge fucking snob. And they're actually doing. Okay, now this one says with Vegas baby vodka. Well, I'm automatically going to say this is shit because they're made with vodka. Oh, wait, you want me to watch a video? Oh, God, no. Oh, they look awful. Those people look awful. Actually, the Barbie movie looks like it's going to be funny. I'm probably not going to go to the cinema for it. I think I have mentioned previously that if I haven't gone back to cinemas by the time June Part 2 comes out, I will probably go to the cinemas to watch June Part 2. Because that was actually the last film I watched in a cinema was June Part 1. That was vodka is shit. If vodka is shit is a goddamn bingo card, claim it. Claim it. Absolutely. So, Megalich, what was it you were making sweetened? Oh, sweetened gin and tonics. Yeah. I mean, there's a reason gin and tonic. Well, it was originally a classic gin, tonic, and lime, even for the seafaring types. The lime for some vitamin C, the tonic to get some quinine, which apparently helps as an anti-malarial. So, yeah, but then gin and tonics have been around for a long time. Aussie booed after huge world title boil over. No boxing things. Oh, Jesus fucking. Okay, you want to see me get angry? There's some stupid fucking article headlines about AI and they're just fucked and wrong. Okay. Why would we employ people? Experts on 5 ways AI will change jobs. In 1965, political science and Nobel laureate, so in other words, someone way smarter than me, said machines will be capable within 20 years of doing any work a man can do. Nail on the head there, buddy. Nail on the fucking head. There, you definitely weren't wrong, you fucking clown. Professor of Engineering at University of Oxford. The fallibility of AI tools driven by emotion, by data and algorithms, means presence of humans in the workplace will remain essential. Of course, these fucking AI tools are going to make so many mistakes. Optimistic humans can coexist productively alongside this technology. Healthcare. AI is focused on MRIs, X-rays, etc. Research has been conducted in dementia diagnosis via smartphone. Well, so here's the thing. Okay, in medicine, doctors misdiagnose all the time. Surgeons make mistake all the time. I can foresee a lot of surgery being done by machines and them having a better success rate than humans. And I think AI diagnosis of medical conditions would make a lot of mistakes. But as I pointed out, human diagnosis of medical conditions makes a lot of mistakes. So, So I think properly used AI could boost the efficiency of medicine enormously. In education, there's a dystopian version where you hand over too much to AI. Teacher assisted marking and lesson planning by AI would have more time, could be less well off for students. I mean, who the fuck knows what's going to happen in education? Oh, actually, call centers are terrifying. AI driven call centers are a fucking nightmare. And, they do it with the dumb robot voices now, but in a really short time, I don't think it's a stretch. And by short, okay, I'm making a prediction, which is a bad idea because it's probably going to be wrong. But I think conservatively within 5 years, realistically, probably within 2 years, people will be able to set up AI driven call centers where the voice not only sounds human, but it can interpret your responses in real time and respond back as if it's a real person. That to me is a nightmare scenario, and I think it's probably going to happen. Just scam, 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 scam. Agriculture. Someone at Monash. Many areas of agriculture will be resistant to automation. Okay, what's more? Oh, yes. Okay. Nightmares about the military using AI to make kill decisions. I'm not alone in thinking in the future humans won't be able to survive air combat. I mean, maybe fucking it should all be drone-driven fighter planes. Okay, that was actually a boring as fuck article. That was terrible. That was terrible. Why would we employ people? Experts on 5 ways IA will change work. And I thought it would actually have something mean, and they didn't. It didn't have anything meaningful. Didn't even make me angry. It was stupid. It was stupid. The one that made me angry was this fuckhead going, AI could replace 80% of jobs in the next few years. And this person's an expert. That is clearly, definitely, there are very few things where I will go, this definitely won't happen. That 80% of human jobs in a few years, fuck off. That is absolutely not going to happen. That's just so frustratingly fucked. It's it's just ridiculous. Dr. Abigail, they already have what sort of thing for digital assets? Also, in terms of fraud, being someone who works in cybersecurity, I think one of the things people are going to take up en masse in the next couple of years is AI-driven personal assistants. They exist now. I think they'll be really mainstream really soon. The scope for those to go wrong and get hijacked and ruin your life is so there is no fucking way I will use one. Same as I don't have any smart devices in my home. I don't have Google Nest. I don't have the doorbell cameras. I don't have the things where you talk to them and say claims. Fuck that noise. Shit that can just get hijacked. No. Fuck no. A favorite video. Oh, Megalith just sent me a thing. Microsoft's new AI clones your voice in 3 seconds. Yeah, as I've seen that there are things that are quite good at copying voices, but on top of that, and people have been done in with that scam already. A call that sounds like the person, like people get taken in by texts that say. People can get taken in by texts that say, oh hi, it's your kid. I've dropped my phone in the toilet. This is my new. But when you get a call that sounds like someone oh, that's nightmare level stuff. Yes, UBI, Universal Basic Income. Then we can make art. We don't want the computers making art. But that just requires a dismantling of capitalism from top to bottom. Hey, reach for the stars, I say. Oh, yum, this is actually quite... Sorry. It's actually quite nice just having a soda water after hydrating before bedtime, which actually probably means I'll have to get up and go to the toilet in the middle of the night. But, say la vie. These things happen. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we need, besides a UBI, which I am actually on board with, we need housing to be acknowledged as a basic human right and not something to be exploited for capital gain. It's just what's happened in the last, let's say 50 years, but it's just, it keeps accelerating. It keeps getting worse year on year. And the fact that it's taken for granted that people can monopolize available housing for commercial gain and exploit the people who desperately need somewhere to live is just ridiculous. What kind of soda? This is the Cappy Blood Orange soda. So it's not one of the herby ones. This I just got from like Coles. Yes. Well, I don't know. The Star Trek utopia is the thing. What do we call it? Luxury gay space communism? Oh, Kirsten. Okay. I'm going to talk a controversial thing about Cappy. Is Cappy on a card? You can have it. Because I got a thing advertised to me on Facebook today. I think Cappy made a very big mistake with their drink mixes, the cocktail mixes that they had, like, because they were ridiculously expensive, like $18 or something. And I got one from Dan Murphy's when it was down to half price, like $9. And it's nice, but they just ridiculously overpriced it. And then they're like just not selling at all. I saw some in a sale bin at Dan Murphy's for $2, and I got them. But I got a ad on Facebook today about them. Yeah, it's still like this 2-pack for $40, which is fucking ridiculous. Now I want to I know, here it is. So, okay, I shit you not, they still have on their website a 2-pack of charred pineapple daiquiris. That's two 500 mils bottles for $40. So $20 for a non-alcoholic mixer in 500 mils is fucking stupid. But on the same page as they have a 2-pack for $40, they have a 6-pack for $30. So down from 120 to 30. So 75% off. $5 for bottle. Well, I got them for $2 a bottle. But that's clearly a massive blunder. Someone at Cappy fucked up. I just feel like, I don't know, they didn't have anyone doing a sanity check when they said, like, oh, make them. And I've got the charred pineapple one, and it's really nice. But $20 for a 500 ml bottle of non-alcoholic mixer is fucking ridiculous. How was there nobody there that said, this is insane. People aren't going to buy this. What fucking planet are you on? This is ridiculous. And it appears from the sale prices I'm seeing, it's come true. Oh, I do love the idea of that prize pack. A KitchenAid, an ice shaver, and 3 bottles of tequila and rum. Well, that's pretty gosh darn good. But yes, it appears they're having a hard learning on these mixers that they're just absurdly too expensive. Just absurdly expensive. But yeah, when you see a product in a sale bin at a retail outlet for 90% off, and even on the maker's website for 75% off, someone done fucked up. So it is pretty funny to see on their site a 2-pack for $40 or a 6-pack for $30. And it's just yep, yeah, you made a mistake there, folks. You made a mistake. It seems like a huge fucking super obvious mistake to make, and it does my head in that someone can make a mistake that big and, to me, that obvious. And I'm not a super business genius, but I just go, I'm sorry, you want people to pay $20 for a 500ml non-alcoholic mixer? Of course I repeat myself. If Jesus Christ, if repeating myself is a card, you're going to get that every time. But yes, it's just how I emphasize things. Repeat a key point. It's emphasis. It's a bingo square. Well, you get it. If you've got me repeating myself on a bingo square, you definitely got that one. Well, that's my controversial take, because I like the products of the Cappy company, but Little River Band's Graham Goebel calls John Farnham biopic untruthful. Neat. Fights between geriatric rockers. What's the fight over? Denied claims there was infight. Oh, that's right, because John Farnham was in the fucking Little River Band at one point when Glenn Shark left. Band's former manager Glenn Wheatley made wild claims. Oh, God, didn't Wheatley get outed as doing bad stuff? Suggesting infighting over Farnham stealing the spotlight was out of control. Goebel said Wheatley's claims were simply not the truth. Lots of things they use in documentary for dramatic effect, but that doesn't make them true. Unfortunately, it will go down as being the truth, but it isn't. You can have creative differences, but I don't remember fighting. Nevertheless, the Take It Easy on Me hitmaker admitted things did get a bit out of control when Farnham literally and figuratively stole the spotlight at shows. Goebel said it was inappropriate for Farnham to join an established band, which had 30 million records sold, make them look like backup musicians. Okay, so it's kind of funny that he says there was no fighting, and then he goes, but fuck John Farnham. Well, honestly, boomers, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Fucking self-centered boomers. Sorry, I'm waiting for Zelda Tears of the Kingdom players are bullying Koroks. No, they don't. People are absolutely terrorizing the Koroks in Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. We're going to get that soon, actually. All right. How are they bullying Koroks? That just sounds funny to me. Maybe it's a little more than bullying. I mean, I assume it's killing, honestly. Players are devising evil and cruel ways to bully the... Oh! All right. Yes. No, okay. The Koroks are on your side. I forgot. Bullying the forest spirits, posting videos of their exploits online. Build elements of the game can be used to punish the poor hapless creatures. Korraks and their seeds are back. Quite literally hundreds of them. Many of them remain hidden. You can now find some in the open. When you encounter them, they have ludicrously large adventure packs that are multiple times the size of their tiny bodies. Korraks strapped into the bag, so when Link finds them tipped over, they're helpless and unable to get back up. They look like bugs flipped on their backs. So in other words, they're an easy target. Oh, God. Okay, yeah, okay. People are doing left field things to taunt little creatures in the game. Oh, no. Raise that issues with your passport. Well, at least you got through. Oh, Safa, you're watching Eurovision. Mrs. Angry recorded the overnight one. She was watching it earlier. Because, yeah, the Ukraine song came on before I started the stream, actually. People finding ways to be mean to all right. Yes. Okay. So the Korraks have this pack. So you can't you have a power where you can stick things to things in the game. You can't do it to living things, but the Korraks are stuck to their pack. So then you can stick your pack to things. And people are doing things like putting them on a rotisserie, setting a fire under them and then sticking them to a rotisserie so they get baked. People, am I right? People will do shit. Good Lord. Oh wait, is World Whiskey Day coming up? That seems like something I'd be interested in. I need to look that up. When's World Whiskey Day? Okay. There's more than one Whiskey Day? World Whiskey Day. What day is World Whiskey Day? 20th May. God, maybe I should save my tasting 16 whiskies for World Whiskey Day. It's in another week. Big question. It's in another week. So the 20th, is it? I was looking for the fucking calendar. What do we got here? What are we doing, computer? Saturday is World Whiskey Day. Okay. Maybe I should save my whiskey tasting video for World Whiskey Day. All right, I must put some thought into this. Oh, Megaleech, I have been using ChatGPT to do video titles. It's really good at it. It's very good at it. So, yeah, because I find it hard to write really hypey video titles because it makes me feel weird. But ChatGPT's been doing them for me. I changed some of them. Some of them I just use exactly what it says. But it does do really hype, stereotypical YouTube thingies. Anyway, 7 must visit venues on World Whiskey Day. Should go to Whiskey and Almond. Death and Taxes in Brisbane. Earl's Juke Joint in Sydney. Fortunate Son in Sydney. Whiskey and Ailment in Melbourne. The Den at the Atlantic in Melbourne. Come for the comfort of the velvet sofas and vintage Persian rugs. Stay for the whiskey deliciousness. Located beneath the Atlantic, right by Yarra River. Strato in Melbourne. 7-metre tall glass windows. Adjoining alfresco terrace. Unparalleled 360-degree view of Melbourne, Port Phillip Bay and beyond. Strato team serving Glendronach. I like Australian whiskies. Baxter Inn in Sydney. Where is Strato? The Den. Virtual tour. Oh, it's at Crown. Okay, well, fuck that. It's just going to be overpriced. It's going to be overpriced if it's in fucking Crown. No, Safa, you're getting ahead of yourself. Ray's is still in the airport in Australia. All right. Oh, that's interesting. Of course, Kirsten, you've gone to all those places. I still haven't been to Whiskey and Almond. I should go to Whiskey and Almond. Oofed. I don't know. Maybe I'll go to. It's like my pals at Arcadia Whiskey Lounge, which is really great, and they're out in the suburbs where you would not expect to find a place that good. It's a really good venue, and I worry that it's like it's not going to work for them because people don't know it's there or whatever. But it's really good. It's an exceptionally good venue. Their longtime bartender finished this weekend. What else? I mean, there's the other whiskey bar I've been to with Dr. Abigail. Yeah, I really have to go to Whiskey and Almond, though. Never been there to see what it's like. I do like occasionally going to places do like a whiskey tasting flight if they have some on offer that I've never tasted before. It's nice to do that. Now I'm kind of stuck. I want to put a bit of thought into when I release this tasting thing, or should I do another video for World Whiskey Day? So much to think about. So much to think about. Well, I suppose I basically got a couple of days to think about it. And what will I do? Oh, wait, what am I doing? YouTube. Where is my YouTube? My videos. Do. Oh, well, okay. No, that's okay. My chartreuse short picked up a little bit. That's nice. Just checking out what's happening on my YouTube channel. So I've got shorts the next couple of days. I was going to put something up on the 16th. I am probably not going to have a full length one ready in that time. So I could either just not put something up, or I could put a short up. And I was going to put the fucking whiskey tasting one up. Okay, I've got a day, and you see, these are the big decisions I've got to make. Big decisions. Do I just put up the whiskey tasting one that will be ready, or do I save it for World Whiskey Day, or do I do another thing for World Whiskey Day? I've got kind of tomorrow to think about it. I have not heard of Jedi GPT, but I am intrigued now that you've mentioned it. What have I got coming up? Got a rum drink tomorrow, then a stirred tropical drink, and then the old fat. Oh, it's very tropical this week. Why is it so tropical this week? Deep thoughts. It was kind of funny today. Like, I've complained several times on this stream of how laborious the editing process was for my whiskey tasting video. And because when I was giving tasting notes and whatnot, I didn't know what whiskey it was. So I'm editing it and I go, okay, so which whiskey was I talking about here? Oh, that's what I said about that one. That's what I said about it. And even though it was like really close, like I liked so many of the whiskeys and there was such small differences between them. You know, I could do the taste thing again and get completely different results. But although the one that I always say is my favorite, Nova, didn't make it into the final four, I looked at my tasting notes of Nova and I said nothing but good things about it. But I just had to make a decision and I went, that one. So, yeah, another thing. So if I ever get over this way, some cool shit. So what's this way? Is that Perth or the US that you're talking about, Rays, by the by? And I don't know what that's in reference to, Megaleech. So Trevor, Jedi GPT, based off Chat GPT, trained on the lore and facts of Star Wars, can answer questions about Star Wars, including how to be a Jedi yourself. Neat. See, I think there are a lot of fun, creative uses of these AI engines, whatever the fuck we want to call them. And so that it doesn't have to be sort of gross and crappy and exploitative and whatnot. Oh, okay. North Summer Tropical Drinks. I had no rhyme nor reason in putting 3 tropical drinks in a row in my thing. It was just like, this is just what I've got a vibe to make at the moment. See, Megali Children think it's the Jedi suck. That's what I'm going to say. The Jedi suck. It's what they do. I love, because George Lucas, the Star Wars universe, which I'm a huge fan of, but like fully 90% of what's in it is just in it because it looks cool. And there was no fucking thought put into it. There was no thought about what are the ramifications of this? What are the implications of this? It was like it was cool and helped the story go along. And again, I need to stress, huge fan of the Star Wars universe. Like the slavery, just in the prequels, just having slavery be rampant as well. But also just the droids, which appear to be self-aware and have hopes, dreams, aspirations, emotions. But even if that's just an illusion because of really good programming, someone fucking programmed them to feel pain. What the fuck? Why were droids programmed to feel pain? Because there are several bits in different Star Wars movie of droids getting tortured. And what the fuck? That is really weird. So, and yes, and just the Jedi, although when you see what's happening in the world now, it's just like, yeah, fascism just keeps coming back. It's like the Jedi repeatedly failing over time. It's just like, maybe I'm being too harsh on the Jedi because fascism just keeps coming back. See, I'm not that. Even robot slavery, it's like that's only a thing if robots are genuinely self-aware, sapient beings, and that's up for argument. But they are programmed to be behaving quite independent ways. They have to have restraining bolts fitted to them. It's some bit of hardware that stops them from disobeying humans. And it's like, well, okay, that's kind of fucking weird. But anyway. Oh, yes, self-driving cars that feel pain. Oh, dear. And as I have said before, but we all know I repeat myself, I was a big champion of self-driving cars. I thought they were an excellent idea. And because humans suck as drivers, basically. But it appears all the car makers, Tesla in particular, have just been fucking lying to us for a decade about how likely they are to get this technology working. So I feel like I got kind of suckered on that because I was full on like, yeah, no, self-driving cars, we should do that. There were some, to me, very obvious issues that no one was addressing because I kind of assumed the not crashing into things and not running over people had been addressed. Turns out it hadn't. But I thought there's some big questions that I thought that people just weren't addressing, and it was very weird. Oh, why did I think it was going to work? My faith in technology, basically, which proves to be misplaced, and also just believing the hype, essentially. Look, maybe it'll get fixed. Maybe all the problems that are happening at the moment will get fixed, but it's not a done deal, and they didn't seem to be addressing cultural issues at all, which is fascinating to me because technology doesn't exist in a vacuum. We live in a culture. So you asked Jedi GPT, droids were programmed to feel pain so they don't hurt themselves while performing tasks, make them more relatable, seem more human-like. Combat droids were programmed to ignore pain. Well, again, that's the functional purpose of pain in living things, to be aware that something is injuring you, and if you don't stop it from injuring you, it may permanently incapacitate or kill you. So it does make sense that droids feel pain for a self-protection thing. But yeah, then you just end up with these scenarios where people torture them. And it's fucking weird. Oh, I think our world would be so much better if self-driving cars were real and safe. I just think there'd just be like a cascading series of benefits. Like it would save us all money because you don't buy a fucking car. These little self-driving shuttles will just be somewhere nearby all the time, and you just call one and get on it. And way less, assuming they fix the crashing thing, way less people getting killed and injured in accidents, and also an absurd amount of cities are set aside for car parking, and that goes away if it's just all these self-driving cars that are moving around. that just goes away. All the parking towers and the parking under buildings, that's just you don't need that. That's extra real estate and no street parking. I mean, the cars need to be pulled over to pick up and drop off and whatnot. But again, if they're properly programmed, they just whiz around each other and whatnot. And so much less fuel would be, again, with, let's say, electric cars with solar panels on them, just tootling around the city and stuff. If that shit actually worked, just the cascading series of benefits is incredible. It's just like, boo, it doesn't actually work. That sucks. What is the whole thing? Anyway, final bingo square, because I believe this is a bingo square. Would it affect story, like mobile phones have ruined some storylines? It would change things. But you could build some really interesting whodunits into, like, if the cars were always tracking who was in them and where they were going and stuff. If someone managed to subvert that, allow them to commit crimes by tricking cars and whatnot, it would have new storylines. But anyway, I believe this is a bingo square on the bingo card. If anyone's got it, I'm eating my cherry. Because that's just a thing I like to do, because those things taste so fucking good. Yum-o. My God, that's good. All right. I'm going to go. You just got to get up early tomorrow, go into the office, which sucks the proverbial. Oh, God damn it. So, that's me out for the evening. Thank you, fine people, for joining me. Been a thoroughly enjoyable evening seeing everyone. I don't know if you're still around, Praise. Safe trip either way, buddy. See you people another time. An Aussie author I can read about self-driving cars. Not that I can think of. If you're leading me to bring up Cory Doctorow, I'll do it anyway. He's Canadian. I would absolutely look up Cory Doctorow's stuff about self-driving cars, particularly the fiction he wrote called Car Wars, which I think he actually wrote with some people in an Australian university. But he's got a great, insightful mind. All right. No, I knew what you were doing there, Megaleech, and I went there anyway. And I didn't do a stirred cocktail tonight, so no cocktail finger. Sorry. I did do Jigger, though. If anyone had the Jigger one. This is the end, my beautiful... The funniest cider I've ever had. I know that's a bingo card. But again, I think you universally agreed leading me into stuff doesn't count. But yes, ham cider is quite the folklore. Anyway, going to sleepy bobos. You fun people, take care. Probably back on Tuesday night, unless something happens. But see you fine folk another time. Take care.